Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2025 National Western Stock Show and our event in the Stadium Arena this evening, the Grand Drive for the Market Steers for 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be the last Junior Market Grand Drive in this arena. It's a big event. Next year we'll be down below at the brand new facility. I have not toured the new facility, but a number of people have and said you're going to be impressed and amazed. So let's enjoy the last one here in this historic stadium, and next year we'll be down below. So before we get started, there's a number of people that we need to introduce that this show would not happen without. First of all, I want to introduce Paul Andrews, our CEO. Right over here, yes.
Steve Holdren. Thank you.
And then I want to introduce the board of directors. Current chairman of the board is Mr. Douglas Jones. Terrence Carroll. Brooke Fox. Luke Lind. Guy McIndeffer. And a very special guest, he was on the board of directors, but he was the CEO from 1990 to 2010, Mr. Pat Grant. What's his name?
George Osmus.
Eisness. And now for the Livestock Committee, our Junior Livestock Auction Committee. Chairman, Mr. Bruce Wagner. Also Treasurer of the Board. Vice Chairman, Mr. Bob Haycoop. Joe Adams. Paul Andrews is also on the board, our CEO. He's up here, already introduced. Rita Ann Carey. Justin Cumming. Lee Daly. John Delasalle. Brett Fox. Seth Grant. Dave Hartel. Mike Harry. Steve Holdren. Blake Hutchinson. Joe O'Day. John Staley. Matt Wold. George Eisness. Don Thorne. Is there anybody I missed over there? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Also, I want to introduce Clint Chetzy, Vice President of Livestock and Operations. Right over here to my left. Yes. Brandy Fuller, Livestock Coordinator. Right over here. And Jennifer Boca, Director of Livestock Operations. Special guest over here in the corner, Temple Grandin, Professor of Animal Science, Colorado State University. Thank you very much for being here, Temple. Appreciate it. Beef Superintendents for the Beef Show, Joe Epperly right here in front, Dr. Jen Martin, Justin Crago, And Sarah Shields, been here since 1989. Thank you, Sarah. Thanks for all your work. I also want to thank Tammy Anderson and Maddie Williams. Did the data for us and going to do the data for us again this evening. Thank you very much. From our ethics committee, Mark Arndt and Ron Cunningham. Over here in the corner, yes. Bo Sanders with WW does all the waybacks, brings all the scales. Thanks, Bo. And of course, Dr. Lori and the crew that does all the collections. Where's Dr. Lori at? They're in the orange vests, yes. Our interns, if you're an intern, raise your hand, all the interns. And exhibitors and parents, if you see someone in a black coat that says volunteer, make sure you reach out and shake their hand and tell them thank you. We couldn't do it without them. All the volunteers, thank you very much. The royalty for this evening, I'd like to introduce the royalty. Amanda Cook, Miss Evergreen Rodeo 2025. Olivia Zuber, Park County Fair Queen 2025. And Libby Wagner, Boulder County Fair Queen 2025. At this time, I'd like to introduce our judges. Our steer show is unique in that we have 3 judges. The judges this year were Kendall Reitzenstein, right here in front of me. Glenn Martin, right over here in the gray coat. And Brett Murphy, right here next to Glenn. Yeah, and they will be out and selecting the grand and reserve grand as soon as we bring the animals in. Before we bring the animals, we want to parade the showmanship winners. We're going to start with the juniors, and then we'll work up to the seniors. So our reserve champion junior showman from Tolar, Texas, Cayman Cody. And our champion junior showman from Searsboro, Iowa, Shay Rogers. In their intermediate division, the reserve champion from Cordon, Iowa, Trey Gortzka. And your champion intermediate showman from North English, Iowa, Carly Axmere. In the senior division, your reserve champion was Amber Lee from Durand, Illinois. And your champion senior showman from Midland, Texas was Caleb Robinette. One more time, folks. Give them a big round of applause while they get their picture taken. That's not an easy task. If you were here and saw the showmen we had, they had their work cut out for them. Yeah, 2 of them got to go over there and get a steer. The rest of them will come this way. At this time, we will bring in our second place steers for the 2025 Grand Drive.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, hey, we are back here on Ringside Live. It is my pleasure to be again ringside again with my dear friend Brad Otto, and we are getting ready to what proves to be a tremendous offering and be able to introduce our second place class winners. So our second place in Class 1 was Caleb Robinette from Texas. Second place in Class 2
was a gray steer.
Yep, that gray steer is Jayton Myers, dark smoke calf, weighing 1277. Second in Class 3 was entry 5082 Tinley Becker on another gray calf. That calf weighed 1285. Second in Class 4. That was at Roxon Stone from Texas. That calf weighed 13-13. Class 5, second place was Cutter Prince from Nebraska on a steer weighing 13-54. Class 6, your second place steer was Peyton Rogers from Missouri, steer weighing 13-69. Your second place calf in Class 7 was Avery Belcher, 1,394-pound calf, of course, from Blakesburg, Iowa. Your second place calf in Class 8 was 50-26, 1,429 pounds steer, Riley Rogers. That calf was a How Great Thou Art out of a maternal-made cow. Class 9, second place was 50-28, Parker Shalla on a calf weighing 14-65. Second in Class 10 was Owen Hockaday, 1,489-pound black calf. Second in Class 11 was entry 50-19, Kai Curran, 1,506-pound calf. Second place in Class 12, entry 50-72, Braden Callis from Oklahoma, entry 1,519-pound yellow calf. And your second place in Class 13, that's Taya Stromberger, 1,592-pound calf. Those are all your seconds.
Look pretty salty coming around the corner, don't they, Jake?
Looks like an awesome set. There could be a reserve in that group.
Yes, there could.
Okay, you want to introduce these champions?
Go ahead, you're doing
Okay.
good.
Okay.
You're better with them names.
Okay. Okay. First place in Class 1, a Here I Am calf exhibited by Carrington Troyer, weighed 12-19. Black and white calf. They told me back in the barn this is the first show they brought that calf to. First in Class 2. In Class 2 was Jackson Allen on a smoke-colored calf weighing 12-38. First place in Class 3, entry 50-95, Braden Tabor on a smoked calf weighing 13-05. Of course, that is the son of Colby and Sarah Tabor. His first time in Denver. First in Class 4, McKenna Skinner from Bryan, Texas on a 13-19 smoke-colored calf. We thought that calf was pretty stout.
Yep, they had Kyara Noble there. That was a little misprint on the screen.
Oh, okay, but yeah. First in Class 5 was the first of 2 class winners for Denver McKay from Oklahoma on a 1,357-pound calf. Congratulations to Denver. First place in Class 6, entry 50-17, another cream-colored calf coming to you from Cash Gretzka on a calf that's right, out of Donor 6 from Gretzka's. Calf weighed 13-77. Awesome gray calf. That calf is so good. Class 7, your class winner, goes to entry 50-27, Shay Rogers, of course, from Searsboro, Iowa. This is a How Great Thou Art out of the Hazel Donor, home-raised calf from Rogers Cattle Company, calf weighing 13-97. Your Class 8 champion steer was Madeline Norvell, of course, the daughter of Tyler Norvell in Oklahoma, 1,429-pound calf. Your Class 9 winner is entry 5106 from Texas. This is Kenzie Neve on a black-white face, chosen one out of a heat wave cow. Class 10 winner is Reed Pratt from Colorado on a big, stout black calf weighing 14-77. Your Class 11 winner coming to you as a silver Charlet-colored calf weighing 15-05, exhibited by Lincoln Burnt. He's also the stepbrother of our Class 2 winner, Jackson Allen. So congratulations to that family for getting 2 class winners. Your Class 12 winner, again, is Mr. Denver McKay from Orlando, Oklahoma on a 1,516-pound solid red calf or kind of dark yellow calf. Again, this is his second class winner. And your Class 13 winner is entry 50-39, big, stout, black calf exhibited by Landon Spate, calf weighing 15-95. There are your class winners. So, ladies and gentlemen, what a lineup, huh?
Yes, it is.
We've tried to get you the pedigrees on these cattle as we can, but of course it's hard to get all those. But we tried our best to try to get as many of these pedigrees as we can get for you. And what a set of cattle, and more importantly, what a set of great kids. I mean, it's been just a great day. I felt like the quality was just as strong as we had last year. I mean, I thought we had a pretty deep set last year, Brad. But again, these cattle are sound. They're big-bodied. They're square-hipped. Judges pretty much.
They pretty similar. I think the quality is very, very good. I'm not sure there's one that just says, "Hey, I'm the best
agree.
today." I think.
I agree. I think it's open.
It's open to about 3-4 choices.
Yep, and I feel like there was a couple classes that they got, had a
some deviation.
Yeah, some deviation.
But they were maybe a little bit of the lighter classes. I think when we got into the heat, maybe we swapped a pair around here and there, but it was very minimal.
Yeah. And as you can see, there's a lot of color out here. I mean, they weren't restricted.
There's 5 in a row.
Yeah.
Silvers or smokes.
Yep. And
there's 6 silvers or smokes, 1 dark gold. That would be the McKay calf, and there's 3, 4, 5 predominantly blacks.
Yep.
Some
a couple black and white ones. The Neve calf is black and white. The first calf from the first class was a black and white, real stout built calf.
Just got a text that the Class 3 winner is an In God We Trust. Here I am.
Okay. Class 10 winners a Here for Good maternal maid. So the Class 10 winner, exhibited by Reed Pratt, that is a Here for Good maternal maid at a 748 donor. That's a Van Hove bull, yep. Yep. So it's just been an absolute fantastic day. Couldn't have picked a better partner to do this with than my good friend Brad Otto, and I'm glad you got a chance to come out and witness the final show that we're ever going to have right here in the Stadium Arena, the historic Stadium Arena.
Yeah, and I made a little trip back when they were fitting here between the last class, and the nerves are a little tense, and there's a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of attention to detail to get these cattle to this level, to look the part, and it's a team effort in many cases. But it's just pretty awesome to see these things all lined up. And
it is going to be. I mean, when you get them all out here, that's a great lineup. The cattle all look good. I mean, I'm sure most of them broke them down and redressed them, except for maybe those last couple classes. But and my hat's off to Jackson Allen and Lincoln Burnt. They're again stepbrothers, but had 2 class winners from that family today. And then, of course, Denver McKay. What a great young man Denver is. Of course,
you can get one stuck.
I know. That kid can do it now. And, of course.
But by God, I don't know if that's Sis or who we got there on.
Yeah, that's Berkeley. That's Berkeley. That's little sister on the other calf. So it's a family event. It's a family affair. And
we got 1 through 7 here to our left, and we got 8 through 13 to our right.
Yep,
on the right,
on the other side. So
6 is about all they want. They're getting a little bit smashed up there.
Yeah, that kind of happened last year too. We had 14 out here last year.
How could you have 14?
We had 14 classes.
I think you had 12, buddy.
Did we only have 12? But
there was one I remember watching.
There was
one
one
screen.
extra one. Yeah.
Well, they were getting a little out of kilter.
Oh, I gotcha. And I feel like our judges, although like you said earlier today, you said something about they all have a different presentation on how they
different delivery a little bit.
Yeah. But all of them were very, very explicit on their reasons and how they described the cattle. I felt like if you walked away today and didn't understand why they did what they did, even
when they were talking, you could see what they were describing.
Right. Even on a couple classes like one class Murphy had to describe. He had his class winner third, and he got in there and he said, you know,
He said,
hey,
here's why.
here's why. But you're right. I think there's 4 or 5 calves out here that have a legitimate, in my eye, a legitimate shot to win this thing. This is so impressive. I just love this pomp and circumstance when they put them out here on this carpet, and every show is a little different, but this one's so unique in this big arena. So as many of you know, they've built a whole new, brand new barn down below the hill. They call it the Legacy Building, and it is going to be the new home of the National Western. We will no longer house cattle up here on the hill or show cattle here in the stadium arena. And for those of you that may be tuned in tonight that didn't hear some of our historical facts about this building was opened in January 18th of 1909. And
09 or was it
09. 06 was the very first stock show. They held it under the tent, remember? And then in 1909 is when they opened up the stadium arena, and it's changed names several times. But when the stockyards closed,
Just think about them old boys building this thing.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they didn't have these cranes and
Right.
this and that. That takes
yeah. And this building holds 6,000 people. It was heated with steamed hot water back in the early days, and then they switched over to forced air. And it's even hosted Golden Gloves boxing matches, and Joe Louis actually had an exhibition match here one time. So this building's got a lot of history, and this is all part of it.
And we get the good fortunes to witness it.
Right. We want to thank everybody.
Really, really good footage on the screen. I think. I hope you folks at home are appreciating the bird's eye view you're getting. You can see the dimension and the power these things have got.
Yeah, we want to thank all of our friends here at ringsidelive.com or .co for supplying this live coverage today, and it's been a lot of fun to be able to bring this live broadcast into your homes. I know it's cold all across the Midwest. I know everybody's been sending us text messages. We want to thank everybody who has been tuning in and helping us with all this information. And, hey, we've given some wrong information today, and we apologize. But there's a lot of information that could be given. Pedigrees, kids, families.
Come up, juggle the order up a little
bit.
Yeah. We don't know who they are for sure.
Yep. And even though this is kind of the end of the road for a lot of these calves, this is the first show of the year, kind of the first big major of 2025. I mean, I know we've had Arizona National, but this is kind of the first big major steer show. Of course, all the Texas majors are going to be happening here in the next 45 days. So a lot of Texas kids here, and I'm sure they've got equally as high-quality calves at home to go to Fort Worth and San Antonio and Austin and down to Houston. But this begins a great year of exhibition for these kids, and no greater way to do it than the granddaddy of them all here at the National Western.
It looks like maybe Murph and Kendall handed Mr. Epperly something.
Yep.
But I see they got a card in their hand yet, so I'm not sure.
Well, I think they mark them. He writes them down.
I got you.
And then if it's not unanimous, then they go to the computer. But if it's unanimous, they just
So who is the ref on this deal?
well, I don't understand how this all works on the end of this thing. I don't know whether it's I don't know how that works.
Jakey, we're supposed to sound like we know what's
I know,
going
but
on.
I don't. I can go ask Joe. Want me to go ask Joe right now?
No.
So basically, for those of you that maybe didn't join us today, of course, there's always an A judge, a B judge, and a referee. And if the A and the B judge do not agree, they go to the referee score. If the A and the B judge agree, then how the referee judged, how the referee placed the class is irrelevant on the first placing. Then they go to the second placing the same way. If the A and the B judge don't agree, then they go to the referee. So it's always relevant. Not one time today, only one class today that all three judges agree on the first place calf. One time.
I think it's more than that.
Nope, one.
Was
Caches.
it Caches, and then they all had Norvell. Pretty sure.
Further, congratulate all these young people on a job well done. This is absolutely incredible, and I don't mean we can talk about the livestock all day. We can talk about how good they are. We can disagree about them. We can do all that. But I'll promise you, I'll stand on that mountain till the day I'm done on this earth and defend these kids, because these livestock kids right here are absolutely the very best thing this world's got to offer. I'll promise you that without question. You know, there's a lot goes through your mind as you go through this this day and this. And first off, we'll do some maybe some things so I don't forget them. My counterparts were incredible. And before we get past it, give both them a big round of applause. Absolutely second to none. I promise you that. Coolest thing about the livestock industry and the coolest thing about the great country of America, it's okay sometimes to disagree here and there and still be going down the same path, still going to the same place, still doing it with the same passion. That's the way this was addressed today, and it was truly incredible to be a part of it. I'll promise you that. You know, we get into a lot going on here tonight, and we could say we'll keep it short and sweet, but I think it's the time to where we say what we need to and we get it off our heart. I'll tell you what, this arena right here, you young people right here, I'm going to speak to you. You young people, just take a second. Cards are in, it's all good. Take a second, just look around where you're at. Look at the arena that your moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas and aunts and uncles have put you in the center of this arena with the help from all the people sitting in those chairs, everybody up there that puts on this show to make you truly awesome humans, okay? All right? We're all behind you in that, so just take a moment here at the end of this night, the rest of it, and I know everybody wants to win. It's all gas. Just look around and realize where we're at, okay? Because it's pretty special. You know, you think about this Stadium Coliseum, and you think about, you can go as far as you want, but you think about the number of head of cattle and livestock that's been through it, number one. And then you can think about the number of dollars, sheer dollars, if you had that in 119 years, that have went through this ring and then walked out this ring. And then you can think about the true progression that's went on because of this ring and rings just like it in terms of making livestock better, okay? All those things are incredible. You can think about the grand champion steers that have walked through this ring and which one's your favorite or which one you didn't like or which one you did like and all those things, and that's incredible. Here's, I guess, what I think of this arena right here. And I think there's not enough money in the world to put a value on it. Think about the young people that you have changed their life when they walked in that gate and gave them this opportunity to be a part of this arena. Think about how far you've propelled them. This program has propelled them. This arena tonight has propelled them in their life. Whether it be meeting their wife, whether it be changing their career dreams, whether it be the young people that they have, whether it be whatever path in the world, I'll promise you, if you went back and figured all that, the amount of cattle, the amount of dollars, the amount of progressive movement of making things better, all that would be very, very minute, because the amount of young people that have walked through this ring and it's made them better because of it is second to none. So let's give all those people, the National Western and sitting in that row of chairs over there, a great big round of applause. Truly a top-notch outfit. Like we said, and we'll get on, I'll let you get to the other ones. You know, livestock shows, I'm going to talk just a minute. I've always been one that when we get to the end, it's not ever supposed to be about me. Everything we're supposed to talk about on your side of the microphone, and I'm not very good at self-promoting or any of that, but I got a funny story to leave you young people with. And this week, my youngest boy, he's wanting to get in and raise some show goats, and he's kind of been doing that, and we've let him, and he's trying to raise some. And we had a really rough week about a week ago at home, kidding some does. We had a really rough week. He and I left, and we went to go check cows and feed cows, and I reached over and I patted him on the shoulder, and I said, "Hey." I said, "I apologize for what happened today. It was tough. It was hard. It was a good life lesson of production agriculture." I said, I feel for you. I wish it would have happened to some of our cows and maybe not your doe. I sure do." And he looked at me with a smile on his face, and he said he reposted it, and I'm the only one probably in this arena that doesn't have social media or any form to the outside world except a green button and a red button we can use. But he told me about this thing he liked on Instagram, I believe. And it was about a kid in a livestock project, and he was asking, "Why does this happen to me?" And that particular individual reposted it, and he said, "Look at what I'm learning from this right here," okay? That's truly the message. We're going to fall short of our goals. We're going to absolutely achieve them at the highest level if we're lucky. But where we become awesome humans is how we walk that path and how we get there, whether we've hit our mark or whether we fell short, okay? You guys are off to a great start. It's absolutely been incredible to be a part of it. Simple old Missouri kid, I'd have never thought in a million years I'd have been right here. When I was 12 years old, I can promise you, we moved to the country. I had no idea what 4-H was. Okay? I had zero idea what 4-H was. Neighbors, good agriculture people, and a passion that burns very, very deep right through the center of me gave me a lot of opportunities. I'm not telling you that to pat myself on the back. I'm telling you that because of the people that you guys get surround your life with and in. So it's been an honor and a privilege to be here. Thank everybody for having me. Let's give them all one more big round of applause. Give these judges one. We'll get you a grand champion.
Well, I'll go next out here, and it is an honor and a privilege. I'll echo a few things that Brent said here on the mic. It's a blessing to be here. It's an honor to be here, and I appreciate the National Western. I appreciate Jen. I appreciate Paul Andrews, has been a friend of mine for many years, and all of these folks that are over here seated, all of our board of directors, our auction committee. This does not happen without them. Nor does it happen without the volunteers, nor does it happen without the sponsors, nor does it happen without the interns. So this staff is phenomenal. The group of volunteers, interns, board members, auction committee members, from top to bottom, they're absolutely first class, and I appreciate them. I appreciate what they've done to make this possible for each one of you that's here today. If you would, you're ringside, put your hands together for all of these people that make this show possible. As far as the evaluation and the judging goes, I have had a fantastic day. It has been a blessing for me. It's been a pleasure to work with your young people. It's been a pleasure to sort the cattle. Obviously, we didn't agree on every class, and that's what makes the world go round. I think that's good, frankly. If we all agreed on every one, we wouldn't have much of an industry here. And I think it's important to note that. Good stock, great kids that have filled this arena, this stadium arena for the last time or the market show. It is incredible that 119 years have been here on the dirt, here on the carpet now. And I don't think enough can be said about the heritage of the National Western, about what it has meant to so many young people to be here, to come here, to work through this, as Brent said, to grow through this from top to bottom and to be involved in it. I can tell you from my standpoint with my children having gotten the show here, obviously never a calf, but it's second to none. The experience was second to none for our kiddos, and I hope it's the same for you. Now, what we did here, folks, is we just put our opinions on the livestock you're holding. And I say that pretty often when it comes to a grand drive, because I want you to understand that judging is a sacred thing to me. And it is sacred because it was sacred in the Bible when God, when the Israelites asked him to put judges on them. And he says, I hate unjust scales. And he hates impartiality. And partiality, and he wants us to be impartial, and he wants us to do the right thing. And I want you to understand that no matter where you land here, the three of us were sorting your stock today. We had an awesome time. We enjoyed ourselves thoroughly. I'll tell you this, you've got an awesome opportunity. I love the fact that you're experiencing this journey to get to this point. And if you'll treasure the journey and you'll treasure this end point here and then move forward with your life, young people, it's all in front of you. This is our future. You are our future. Let's pray around the ring, everybody that's my age and older, that these young people that came through this stock show today and every day they've been here, these young people in agriculture are our future. And I can't tell you enough, I appreciate what you've done. Thank you for the opportunity once again. I'm going to turn it over to your Colorado kid. We're going to let her have it and end up here on the mic.
Well, what an unbelievable day it's been. Much like these two said, we've had a ton of fun today, and I want to thank them for going through this, all three together, because, yeah, sure, we had some disagreements, we had some switches, but honestly, it's a testament to this show. You kids, you have done phenomenal today. I mean, incredible. These cattle speak for themselves. I do want to take another minute to thank everyone here, a part of the National Western, everyone in the chairs, our announcer, Jennifer, Sarah in the ring, Joe, all of the people, the volunteers in the back. I'm telling you, it ran so smooth today, and from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you guys for giving me this opportunity to do this, because never in a million years I thought I'd be on this side of the ring, and it's honestly been the biggest honor I've gotten asked to do. But thank you guys for what you do for these kids. This has been an awesome show. Historically, it's been an awesome show. And one more time, I do want to give them one more big round of applause. Like I said, the kids have been awesome, and one thing I'll leave you guys with is, you know, no matter what you want to do in life, you know, maybe your goal is in the show ring or in school or at home, dream big. Nothing can stop you from achieving your goals. If you got the work ethic, you got your good people surrounding you, and you just stay blessed and keep your nose to the grindstone, I promise you can do anything, and just continue to keep working as hard as you can. Guys, the cattle the cattle have been absolutely incredible, and that's a testament to you breeders. That's probably just as hard a job as anything, is getting these things raised. It's hard, and these things look phenomenal. The fitters, and especially the parents and the supporters that you guys have. Kids, don't forget to thank them. And I know judging a show really has nothing to do with the judges themselves, but I grew up in this ring. This is very, very special, being here from Colorado. My parents, my grandma, and all of our relatives and friends and my brother are sitting in the stands, and it's a pretty special night for me because much like you guys, without their support, without them sacrificing a lot of things and sacrificing a lot of money, we would never be able to do this. And I'll be honest, if they didn't do that for me, I wouldn't be given a lot of the opportunities I've been given. And so don't forget to thank your parents, to thank the people who help you get here, because it takes a lot of sacrifice. So again, kids, you've been great. Cattle, you've been great. I have one more favor for everyone here. As you know, this is the last year in this stadium. This is a special moment for all of us in here, and much like myself, I'm sure a lot of you guys around ringside, there's no telling how many memories and how many stories can be told in this arena. Walking up that hill, I don't know how many times, back in the barns. It's exciting to go down to the new arena. It's very exciting, but I can't lie to you, it's a little sad leaving here, but I want to make this special for these kids. There's so many legendary cattle that have been in this arena. Legendary cattlemen, cattle women, memories. I want to make this special for you kids, and I hope you never forget this moment. So my favor is for everyone in this arena. After I put this mic down, if you will, everyone in this arena, let's get on your feet, and let's give these kids a night that they will never forget, and give them the biggest round of applause. Let's go. We're going to get you a champion.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a great speeches from all of our judges. I've asked Joe Epperly how they do this. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, they do an A-B, so Murphy's the A, Reisenstein's the B, and Glenn Martin serves as the referee. And ladies and gentlemen, of course, we're going to have a presentation of the trophy here momentarily by the Ryman family. Of course, Glenn Martin is the member of this group that's been on here the most, so they're going to give him the honor of selecting your champion steer, and he's coming down the middle of the aisle. We're going to have Croy Ryman, who won the trophy last year. He's going to have the opportunity to present his dad's memorial trophy to the champion steer. And your grand champion steer of the 2025 National Western Stock Show
Out of Class 8.
is going to be out of Class number 8. Ladies and gentlemen, it goes to Miss Madeline Norvell from Oklahoma on a 1,429-pound steer. Congratulations to Madeline and her family. Of course, Tyler, the director of livestock at Oklahoma Youth Expos, I'm sure he's about to have a meltdown here, but there was the second place calf was Riley Rogers from Searsboro, Iowa. This calf is a How Great Thou Art out of a maternal made cow that would have came from Justin Muck up in Tripp, South Dakota. He would have bred and raised that calf. So again, Madeline Norvell wins the 2025 National Western, and we're going to have the Ryman family shortly present the trophy.
Looks like Murph is going to do the selecting.
Yeah,
what
maybe.
Do we got going?
I don't know what they're going to do here. They're all three taking another stab at it here.
Okay, so do they make their selections
Yeah.
prior to this or after the?
No, they're going to redo it again now. They'll get together. They're going to look at that calf, and then they're going to go back over there and vote again. So now, as I understand it, it rotates again. So now Glenn Martin becomes the A judge. Kendall becomes the B judge.
And Murph
and
is
Murph's the referee.
Nick Ryman Memorial Trophy is being presented to the grand champion, presented in memory of husband, father, brother, friend, and fellow cattleman Nick Ryman. It's presented by Nick's parents, Kent and Nora Ryman, and his widow, Kristen Ryman Doris, and the children, Troy and Candy. Presenting the trophy is his son, Troy, who won it last year in 2024 with his grand champion steer here at the National Western. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nick Ryman Memorial Trophy. Thank you very much, folks.
So now they're presenting the trophy. Croy Ryman's holding his dad's memorial trophy. What a moment for that kid to be able to present his own dad's memorial trophy. Isn't that, Brad?
Yes, it is.
For the last time here in the Stadium Arena. So now they'll go back over there, and now they're going to judge. They're going to place their placings now. They're going to give their placings, but this time it rotates again. As I understand it, that's exactly what Joe had explained to me. So basically, they ended up with 13 classes. So whoever would have been the A judge on class 14, so they're going to let Kendall, the Colorado girl, they're going to let her select your reserve champion steer. Of course, Kendall Rosenstein, her mom and dad, and her family from Kersey, Colorado, was basically raised in this barn. She's making her way down the aisle here.
Just got a text that the grand champion might have originated from Mitchell, South Dakota.
And your reserve champion steer is Riley Rogers from Searsboro, Iowa, on the second place calf out of Class A to 1,400. Both steers, 1,429 pounds. Of course, that calf's a How Great Thou Art out of a maternal-made cow. Congratulations to Madeline Norvell and Riley Rogers.
Awesome show, Ken. I appreciated the opportunity. We'll remember it for years to come.
Forever. My friend, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in to us here on ringsidelive.com. We want to thank all of our friends at Ringside Live for providing this coverage. It's been a great, great show. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all have a great 2025.